Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-December 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Gemini. Welcome, fellow Geminis. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But let's go ahead and get into it here, Gemini. Column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's coming for the remainder of December. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, a healing note for you, and 3 yes or no questions. I don't know if I said that twice. Only one set of 3 yes or no questions. All right, Gemini, let's go and get into it though. What's wrapping up and coming to a close? So we have a summary affirmation card of discernment. So this is an interesting one. If you look, there's a ton of greenery, a ton of flowers, a ton of beauty, a ton of floral around this person on this card. And what's important here, Gemini, is to remember that we are a product of our environment. We are what we surround ourselves with. So hopefully you've been surrounded with a ton of good these last few weeks and month. But let's see what messages we have. But always keep in mind, we're the product of our environment. So, but let's see what we're working with. So first up, we have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a card. This is like new project, new creative idea, some sort of new undertaking here for you, Gemini, which is good. I feel like this is feeling really positive for you. This could have come kind of out from left field. I don't know that you were expecting this, but there is some sort of shift, some sort of new project, some sort of new role for you here, Gemini. The next card that we have is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is very solid, practical, wise. Keep very level-headed as we take on this new thing. Be as solid, practical, wise as possible. This is a card of a really good investment though, so maybe some of you made an investment in the last few weeks. It looks top tier, but I feel like this new project, this new thing for you also looks like a really, really good investment for you. At the bottom, we have the 5 of Swords. There could have been some sort of conflict. Interestingly enough, again, this just comes as a surprise more than conflict. So I feel like this new thing caught you by surprise. Again, we just didn't know it was coming. Let's take a look, though, at our clarifiers. See what other messages I can give you here. So first up, we have the 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords is a card of needing to rest, retreat, renew, recover. I feel like, I don't know. Again, this is coming through as a surprise. It's a shift in what needs to be done. I don't know that I consider this like a repair or a recovery, but it's like new expectations, new things that need to be done here. The next card that we have is the the Tower card. The Tower card is a card of unexpected change, which is actually exactly what this is. Again, I feel like something came from the far right field. You were planning for A, B, C, and D, E, F ended up happening instead. So just really unexpected through and through. Surprise is the word I keep coming back to here, Gemini. Surprise in these last few weeks. At the bottom, we have the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles can be a non-committal card. So potentially you are being a little bit like questioning your commit. Again, this came as a surprise, and I think it came as such a shock. Again, surprise is the word that just keeps coming up. So it's hard to fully commit because it was such a surprise. It was so unexpected here, Gemini. But I think this will be really beneficial for you. Again, it's showing through as a wise investment, so a good use of time, a good place for you to be. All right, taking a look at our next card now, our next column, which is what's coming for the remainder of December. We have the card Stretch. Interesting. I want to be lazy the rest of the year, Gemini, not stretching. But the stretch card's pretty literal. It means there's something we have to push a little bit harder. We have to reach a little bit further. We have to stretch. We just have to get through this, get this thing done, even, again, if it takes a little bit more work than we would like it to. But let's see what we're stretching for here, Gemini. So the first thing that we have is the Seven of Cups. If you take a look at the Seven of Cups, there's something different in each of these cups here, Gemini. So I would anticipate that you have a relatively busy end of year. I feel like we're moving pretty fast. We have a lot going on. So be ready for that. Be ready for a lot to happen. Again, this can be kind of non-committal. And I don't know that I like the word non-committal here, Gemini. It's more so, it's just, again, the extra effort to get it done. It's the extra energy, the extra commitment you have to make to get done what we need to get done. The next card that we have is the Page of Cups. This is that studious, that hard working. Again, it's not that we don't want to commit to it, it's just the extra effort that it takes. So this is reflecting that hard work, reflecting that additional energy to get it done. At the bottom, we have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of gains, so I actually think this will be really beneficial and really valuable for you, Gemini. This is a card of financial gains. It could be other types of gains. This is also like advancing for you. So whatever this is that we have to stretch, whatever this is that needs to get done, it seems like it is worth the hard work. It's worth some of the busyness that it may bring because, again, there's a lot of gain coming through at the bottom here. Let's take a look at our clarifiers here. First up, we have the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is a card of weighing your options, kind of seeing what seems to be the most valuable, but more importantly, or more relevantly, I think here, Gemini, there's going to be some reprioritizing. So again, we have to commit, we have to get this thing done, we have to stretch, we have to push a little bit harder for it. Even when it's busy, though, we need to juggle the priorities and we need to make whatever this is the focus. At the next card here, next clarifier we have is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a card of like nurturing, supporting. It's interesting. I feel like we have to support these efforts. We have to be bought in. We have to be fully committed here. But in terms of, again, this being beneficial to you, if you look at the cup on this card, it's really not a cup. It's more of a trophy, Gemini. And I feel like there's a lot to gain. There's a lot to win in this situation. At the bottom here, we have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a card. There could be some past experience that helps guide you forward here. There's some reflection, some nostalgia with the Six of Cups. This is also like a gift. So again, I feel like we're receiving, we're really gaining from whatever this is. So whatever comes up, reprioritize, make it a focus, get it done. It seems like it'll be really worthwhile, Gemini. Now, taking a look at our next column, we're going to talk about anything related to money. So a quick money message, or in this case, a quick affirmation to get us started. It says, I created blank this month. I created blank amount of money this month. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money. We're just going to move our little helper here really quick, and then we'll get back to money conversation. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money. Job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money. So first up, we have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is a card of skill, quality, craftsmanship. I do think it's going to be important, and I don't know that this connects to the last column or not, but we definitely need to put our best foot forward going into these next few weeks. Shame on me for saying I'm going to be lazy, because apparently that is not in the cards for us here, Gemini. But really put in that skill, quality, craftsmanship, put that best foot forward. There's also some collaboration happening here, so there may be like more meetings than is anticipated. I feel like there's things to talk out. The next card that we have is the High Priestess. The High Priestess is very much so trusting your gut, trusting your intuition. Again, putting your best foot forward, putting your best work out there, but it's like there's something we're talking through, there's something that's being like analyzed or discussed or decided on. So providing your thoughts, providing your expertise, providing your knowledge will be really beneficial here. At the bottom, we have the Fool card. The Fool card's the first card in the Major Arcana. It's fresh hope, taking chances, new paths, adventures, beginnings. I do feel like there's a new opportunity coming. Granted, I think this is more into the new year, but it's like you're talking about the work that you'll be doing. You're almost creating a plan here. Decisions are being made. This is such an odd thing to say, but like maybe your job is to like create new products. It's like you're talking about the products that you need, what you're going to build, and then you'll be building them. There's the opportunity to build them come the new year. Obviously, just an example, and that won't apply for everyone. Taking a look at our clarifiers, we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is very powerful. It's very bold. Again, your voice is really well heard at this situation. So put out your best, but really do weigh in. Again, your feedback, your experience, your words are very valued in this moment here, Gemini. The next card we have is the Ace of Swords. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. I feel like this is the new opportunity. Again, this is the thing that we're working on, but you need to provide clarity. This is a card of clarity. So by you bringing opinions, by you bringing information, you're bringing clarity, you're bringing light, you're bringing meaning to some of the work that's going to be happening. At the bottom, we have the Six of Swords. This is victory, award, recognition, good news, success. I do feel like you could get like a pat on the back or some sort of recognition here, Gemini, for your contributions to these conversations, for providing insight, but also you're setting yourself up for success. So that's really what we're hearing with the Six of Wands, setting yourself up for success in the new year. Alrighty, next column we're going to talk about is anything related to love. So a quick love message for you. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it's only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, anything you associate with love. So taking a look at our top card there, we have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is wanting to withdraw, retreat. I feel like you just like are over something or someone and you just like want to give up on it, Gemini. I don't know that I would here though. So I feel like we're frustrated. Again, we're ready to throw in the towel on some sort of love situation. But we have the Seven of Pentacles that's saying, I don't know, we should wait just a little bit longer. We should be a little bit more patient. And with the Page of Wands, I feel like the change that we want is coming. I feel like somebody's taking action. There's change. There's things in motion. So it's like, I feel like we've been asking someone for something, or we've been trying to help drive a change, and it's just been not happening. So again, you want to give up. You want to move on. You want to throw in the towel on the situation. But the universe is encouraging you to wait a little bit longer, because I do feel like the change, the action, the thing that you want is coming here. So that's neat to see, Gemini. Let's take a look at clarifiers. Looking at our clarifiers, first up we have the Hierophant. Again, the Hierophant is a card of being very traditional, very conventional. You've been trying, you've been making the effort, you've been doing all the right things, and we just haven't made progress yet. But I feel like we've kind of given up. We have no expectations at this point, and now it's going to come true. It's kind of silly how that all seems to work. The next card that we have is the World card. The World card, the last card in the Major Arcana. This is the change that we want. This is the completing the goal, completing the lesson, completing the change. This is the thing that we've been waiting for. So I think waiting a little bit longer will actually pay off, because it's going to happen here with the World card. And at the bottom, we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is one of the best love cards out there, Gemini. This is like Prince or Princess Charming, knight in shining armor, very romantic, very proposal-like. It's the perfect situation. So again, I feel like whatever it is that we want, we just need to wait a little bit further for it. I know you're ready to give up on it, but maybe at least see it out through these next few weeks, because the shift is coming, and I think the thing that you really want is coming. All right, now let's take a look at our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the card Efficiency. I love this so much. For those of you that don't know me personally, I work like in business efficiency type work. So I love a good efficiency, but try and be thinking about working smarter, not harder, as much as possible going into the end of the month, but also plan to like get as much done as you possibly can. So it's definitely going to be an efficient last few weeks of the year. I should not have said I wanted to be lazy, because I think I jinxed it for all of us, Gemini, so I apologize. But taking a look at our cards here, first up we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very strategic, very intentional. Whatever we're doing, do it with a plan. There is something I feel like that happened. Perhaps some of us are grieving. There's something we have low feelings about, but it's like whatever has happened, and we need to have a plan to move forward from it now. Just an example, Gemini, like perhaps you did have somebody pass away, but now you're the executor of the estate, and now we need a plan on how to tackle that. Obviously, that's just an example, but it's like something has happened. It came with some heavy feelings, but how do we handle the situation? How do we move forward from here? At the bottom, we have the Hangman. Our initial reaction is to be kind of stagnant on this. The one thing I'd say is I wouldn't call this stagnant, but another meaning of the Hangman is like gathering wisdom. So gather the information you need and make a plan so you can move forward, so you can navigate through this situation. Let's take a look at these clarifiers, see what other information I can give you here. First up, we have the Star card. This is a card of renewal. It's a card of hope. I feel like as you start to put pencil to paper, as you start to get a plan, this will become more manageable. This will feel better. It won't feel as quite the burden as it feels from where you're sitting and standing right now. The next card that we have is the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is a card. Yes, it will take hard work, but again, it seems to be more manageable than we thought it would. I wouldn't go as far as to say you're going to enjoy the process, but the burden is not as heavy as maybe what we once thought it was if we ask the questions, get the information we need, and put together the plan. The Three of Wands, this is another card here telling us to have a plan. So a couple planning cards. Planning seems to be the key as you tackle and navigate this situation, which makes sense in return. That's going to give you that kind of efficiency that you're hoping for there, Gemini. Taking a look at our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck now, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video here and think of them. But question number 1, we have the Queen of Hearts, number 23 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2, we have the 7 of Hearts, the number 21 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3, we have the 4 of Clubs, the number 4 card. This is going to be a yes also. All 3 yeses, and all these are referring to success in some form too. So I like that. But all 3 yeses there, Gemini. Taking a look at our Healing Stones deck now, we are going to take a look at our crystal of the month. You have Moonstone this month, which is very feminine energy, but it's good for devotion, and it helps keep all the crazy at bay. Last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Gemini, your healing note says, know that you are surrounded by love, support, thoughts, and heartfelt prayers by all of us. So any support you may need there, Gemini. Alrighty, that is it. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions really help me greatly, Gemini. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But I hope you have a wonderful end of December and a wonderful end of the year.